Welcome to the show where you don't know if it's part of the show. Welcome to the show if you don't know it's part of the show. Didn't they teach you to reach for the stars while opening up the bars and keeping you chained down with mortgage bills and cars? Vaccines for your arms, kids sounding like supercharged, caffeinated hate-filled scars and rage-quit repertoires. No answers for yards, caught up in emotion that's not even yours. Imposter truths like impeccable retards, lined up for your serving of Gish Gallop and wars. No remedy can save the lost, in love with the yarn. I'm tired of walking into refracted shards, poor science displayed by disgusting bards. Soaked in sin with your dupe is delight in a new hand of cards. Been so long, seems like for love I'm just too hard, I'm just too hard, that's it. Welcome to the show where you don't know if it's part of the show. Welcome to the show if you don't know. Intoxicated 8 makes you believe you're spinning in space while you have no shame or grace. It's a disdainful state I used to contemplate, how to save myself from my own self-hate. Wonder why I was even made with a dreadful fate, forced to try and awake with a full plate. No one to help me stay awake or educate. I've had to liberate and fight through hidden gates. But my brother, heaven could never be late, and rockets don't work in space. It's all fake, the show is on Mars. It's a joke, but you're too far gone, it won't be long. Fepe's beak is strong. We have our song and we march along like streams of knowledge leading to God's holy pond, and lives of truth that hits the bong and sings the song, turns mankind from the wrong. We come in peace with a holy gown and all of us wearing our holy crowns. Said the earth is flat and we probably just won't get along, just to go along. I said, welcome to the show where you don't know if it's part of the show. Welcome to the show if you don't know, you don't know.
Hello guys, just a quick mic check here. I hope you guys are doing fine today. I thought I was gonna be on another show, and I had the dates mixed up. So I decided to just go ahead and go live today. Got a few things to share. So guys, shout out to Ramon Gonzalez, Stephen Caro, Alabama, and just let me know, Oxbow, Spirit, Missouri, in the house. Great to hear from you guys. Just let me know if Mike's all right. And we got a few things to share today. I had prepared this to present later in, sometime in August, but I got everything ready, so I'm going to go ahead and share my thoughts today. All right, so I hope you all had a good. Thanks, Stephen. Sounds good. Thank you so much. To Christian. Hi, brother. Nice to have you here. Got a few things to share today. Takis presents. Hello, Eddie from Texas. Thanks. Frank, upstate in New York. Love New York. Hi guys, so we will have some things to discuss today. Always when we're talking about this final experiment, it's a lot of things going on. Shambhala Ninja, welcome to the show. Because there's a lot of things, like behind the scenes going on, and we're trying to identify, the problem here. France is in the house. Parlez-vous français? No, I don't parle français. So, guys, I have been talking about this last experiment and also about Antarctica for the last 2 months. I've been covering these almost on my every live stream because we had the same situation happening 2023 in Brazil. I have shared with you guys. Yeah, flat earth lover, I don't agree with you about Jeranism. Yeah, we will be talking about this today. You don't have to talk to agree, but let's see what's going on, okay? So let's see let's see if you keep this comment up to the end of the show today. It's not going to be a long show, perhaps 1 hour. Uh, so to know what's going on, one has to go deep, go deep and see what happened back in early 2000. Things go back as far as 2010, okay, 2010 to now 2011, 2012, and a lot of people are new to flat Earth, so they don't know much about what's going on. But some things go back to 2010, 2011, 2012. A lot of things that happen in flat Earth. Uh, so I don't want to bring this all up today. It's out there, a bit shoot. Okay, one website that I want to share with you guys. I'm gonna share right now. I'm gonna share my screen. Shout out to Dinodo. You go here, videos, all videos, sermons by year. Sermons 2019. So he has a series of sermons here. Okay, just watch Behind the Circles 1, Behind the Circles Part 2, Behind the Circles Part 3. Watch these three sermons right here. Okay, really, really important. Really important. You guys have to. Okay, it's dnodo.org. I'm gonna go ahead and paste the link. Just go here, sermons by year, select year 2019. Right here, Behind the Circus Part 1, Part 2, and Behind the Circus Part 3. So I'll go ahead and, yeah, excellent sermons. So this is the Nodo's website. Please watch those three sermons, and there is more. There's a lot of things going on, back in BitChute, you're going to find a lot of things. So I know someone, True Christian, thanks, brother. You posted a couple messages about Jaron talking about me and my book. First of all, let me talk about my book. I wrote the book. It means when you write a book like this, you have some knowledge of the contents. You know what's going on. I had all the research, but not only the research. I had worked with an airline for several years on flight routes, cargo, international cargo, all that stuff. So when I came across the flat Earth map, all the routes that I worked made more sense. And when I wrote my book, number one, not every website. Let me share one here, for example. Where is it? Okay, So let me share this website real quick here for you. This is a website that, Great Circle Map. You type here the name of the city, let's see, Bogota to Frankfurt. Okay? And then go, it gives you the flight route right here. That's the flight route on the globe according to the Great Circle Map. Let's say you go to Google and type the same thing, Bogota to Frankfurt. And you go maps. And then you choose, between flights and everything. But this is the flight route on Google Maps. And this is the flight route according to the Great Circle Map, which means this is what the pilot has to follow, So you see both of them. This one goes just north of France. So this is because I was talking about the emergency landing in Manchester, where on the flat Earth map, it makes way more sense. I think I have a slide here. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, but there's not a lot of difference between this flight route and this flight route. Now, why did I use this in my book? Well, because Google gave me permission to use all the images. That's why at the end of my book, there are links for every one of them. Okay? I didn't get permission from this one. I got permission from this one. Right? Now, some say, well, the Google won't display the correct flight routes. Let's see if that's true. For example, let's say Buenos Aires to Perth. All right, so this is the flight route according to Google Maps. And this is, let's erase this, Buenos Aires to Perth. And this is the flight route according to the Greater Circle Map, the Great Circle Routes. Okay? Now we know, even though this is the correct website for flight routes, we know this is not what happens. When you try to fly from Buenos Aires to Perth, and we did this, as a flat earth millionaire from England, he even contracted an airline to do this route. And when they gave him the route, that's what they gave him. Buenos Aires with a stop in South Africa to Perth. So this is correct. This is wrong. Even though this is the Great Circle Map, the one that pilots use, I got this from Wolfie 6020 actually. He's the one who recommended this website right here. So there's a reason, that you cannot always use this. Sometimes the Google Maps is even more correct than the Great Circle Route website. So I use this extensively on my book because a lot of flights make more sense here, and if you don't know how to defend flight routes, don't debate it. The problem is that Jaron and Austin, they talked to me about make changes to my book to dumb down for them because they don't know how to debate this stuff. They don't understand. So when the guys bring this topic to them, they want to be able to answer according to Globers, But since, I've been talking to these Globe pilots for so long, there's no pitching down of an aircraft. if there's no pitching down, if the airplane is not adjusting for any curvature, it's useless to use the globe. It's completely useless. So they can trace a flight route here, say, oh, it's the same, but the airplane is not adjusting for curvature, so it's not the same. All right, so this is what I wanted to say about the flight routes. And also, I know also because True Christian told me, exactly, it totally proves it's useless to do any flight routes in the globe because there's no pitching down. The elevators are tabbed, I mean, they are locked or trimmed, and you fly straight, and there's no adjustment for curvature whatsoever. So that's a totally absurd claim, by Globers and for Jeremy as well. And the other thing he said about something that I have been sick from my head or whatever, totally crazy because adrenals is down here where the kidneys are. So that's what I have a problem with. My adrenals sometimes don't produce cortisol. So the guy has no idea, no idea. So I'm gonna address this guy here. Greetings from Calgary. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. We don't know these guys. I hope not. He was here. I enjoyed having him here. I listened to his sermons many, many times. I don't agree with everything. That's why I don't listen anymore. But he did great stuff, flat earth related. And those three sermons, if you want to watch them, they are pretty good. Now, let me try to make my point for today. Addressing what this guy has, he doesn't agree with me. So I'm going to make my point, right? And whether you're going to agree or not, I don't know. So we have here let me remove this comment just for now. I'll add it back later. So we have here, this is a U.S. Customs and Border Protection Guard, okay, as Department of Homeland Security. I don't know how many of you have watched the movie Sicario, #1, back from 2015, I believe. It's a great movie. Talks a lot about corruption in the police in Arizona, Texas, all that stuff. They work with the cartels. So here we have a U.S. Customs and Border Protection, a U.S. citizen who grew up singing the national anthem, pledging the Pledge of Allegiance. But in fact, he works sometimes, some of them work for the cartel, meaning they don't really work for the US, United States. They are there, they make some money, but when the cartel has some smuggling, either drugs or people, they know they have an agent that's actually working for them. This US Customs might apprehend, hundreds of people. But when he receives an order for the cartel to let someone go, he will let someone go. Just enter the country. Or if it's a van full of drugs, this guy might have caught 1,000 immigrants trying to enter the US. It doesn't help the fact that he works for the cartel. And when he has a special someone, leader of the cartel, or perhaps $15 million in drugs in a van, he's going to let the van inside, you know. So what I'm trying to say is that a lot of people say, well, Jaron has done a lot of stuff for the flat earth. He has videos with 1,000 views, 5,000 views, 10,000 views, whatever. And then there is one hit piece on Netflix with millions of views. I don't know how many. You know, people in Brazil have watched it. People in the US, here in Japan. When I was in New Zealand, people watched it there. So let's say 100 million people have watched it. All the 100,000 views that Jaron has means nothing. You know, when he lets this stuff in 100 million people reaches, you know. So he said when he was in that hit piece, interesting, he spent the next 2 years or 3 apologizing and saying how he was duped into taking part of that mockumentary. Well, of course he's not going to say that he's a shill. You know, of course he's not going to oust himself. He's going to pretend he was duped. And this is the guy who called me a retard. I have not taken part of any mockumentary. I would understand, you know, like the implications, you know. And this guy specifically, he was warned about a year before that he was this was going to be a mockumentary. He knew that. 1 year before, he attacked everybody who was against him taking part of this. You know, a lot of people lost their channels because they warned him, you know, don't do it because it's a hit piece, it's a mockumentary. After the movie was done, he spent like 2 or 3 years trying to justify saying he was duped into doing so. Who is the retarded here? And I'm not calling him names. I'm just saying that he's either this or this, one of the two. Okay? Now, the Bible, it's very interesting. There is this passage in John when Jesus healed a blind man. And the Pharisees said to him, like, are we blind? And Jesus said, well, if you were blind, there would be no sin. But because you say, I can see, so there's sin, it means you know what you're doing, right? This guy knew what he was doing. He was warned about, unless he is like, you know, like extremely retarded to not know what he was getting into, you know. So this is my take. Okay, he says he was duped into doing this mockumentary, or he is a shill, one of the two, right? Now, I'm gonna let you listen to some stuff and you guys decide. Go back here for a minute and check if that person is still here. Hello, Ontario, Canada. I don't know if the person is still here who is defending. Yeah. So you that are here, Flat Earth lover, so you watch this clip and you think, you know, get to your own conclusions.
He was the star in the first Flat Earth mockumentary on Netflix called Behind the Curve. able to find the curvature of the Earth in just 400 yards.
Interesting.
I don't believe in Christianity. Jesus Christ can suck my... My wife has some ideas. She thinks that I should summon Satan. She thinks that people can work with the devil. And she said, what you need to do is you need to talk to Satan.
Now he's back. Coming in 2025, the sequence mockumentary Behind the Curve 2, the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. Never before seen in over 140 years of Antarctica exploration, but for the first time since heliocentrism was introduced 500 years ago, the 24-hour sun in Antarctica will be filmed by former CBS assistant manager and now YouTube vlogger Joran Campanella. Who needs scholars, explorers, scientists, academics, when former CBS assistant manager and now YouTuber can go to Antarctica and film the never-before-seen 24-hour sun in Antarctica? Sponsored by anti-flat earther disguised as Pastor Will Duffy, who claimed to only have heard of flat Earth in late 2021.
In the later part of 2021, I was turned on to flat Earth.
But in fact, had worked with anti-flat Earth pastor Bob Earhart since 2015.
I was fortunate enough to spend 6 days a week with Bob for 5 straight years. I worked full-time Monday through Friday for Bob Earhart Live.
Earhart started attacking flat Earth in 2018.
I'm Bob Earhart. We've got a crowdfunding project to launch a flat earther into space. We've got it. I mean, you've heard of the flat Earth movement. Well, many people across the Western Hemisphere are falling for the flat Earth movement.
Behind the Curve 2, the Antarctic chapter. Coming in 2025.
Of course, this is for entertainment purpose only. YouTube, TikTok, this is just for entertainment purpose. This whole trailer is for entertainment purpose only. But you guys can have an idea of what I'm trying to say here, okay? The guy, he says stuff about Lord Jesus Christ. He says he can, do, what you heard from his own mouth. He's encouraged to summon and talk to Satan. Joins with this guy, Will Duffy. Okay, now you understand. Now perhaps you see where I'm coming from. Okay, now you see where I'm coming from. I just don't trust these guys. Will Duffy is a liar. You just heard him saying that he came across flat Earth late 2021. Bob Earhart, his mentor, was attacking flat Earth back in 2018. And Will Duffy was his media assistant, his media guy. And he said he worked for Bob Earhart for 6 years every day. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is that I don't trust none of them. None of them. Okay? And now, I was watching, if you guys remember, if you guys are old enough, like I'm in my 50s. Thinking back in the 80s, there was a politician in the US. He killed himself live on TV. He was giving a live interview and he had a weapon. He pointed to his mouth and he shot himself. But I watched it before he did that. He had a press conference for 6 minutes. And he was advocating about ending the death penalty in Pennsylvania. And he said he was one of the guys early in his career who voted for the death penalty. But along his career, he came across a couple people who turned out to have been innocent, and they were condemned to the death penalty because of liars. How many people are in jail today, 30 years, 40 years, life sentence, because someone lied about it? Okay? So I'm not afraid that these guys are not going to see a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. This week I watched a whole bunch of more videos of people camping in at the Union Glacier. Everybody says, good night, I'm going to see you tomorrow in the morning, blah, blah, blah. They go to bed and go to sleep, okay? Oh, nobody's, hey, let's celebrate, let's look at the 24-hour sun. So I'm not scared. I know they're not going to, I know Antarctica is not this continent. And as you have seen my presentations, which I'm going to show some today, okay? Nothing wraps around Antarctica, and the sun won't wrap it either. But I'm thinking about a lie, because a lie sometimes a lie is pretty powerful, can bring down, governments. A lie can make a lot of damage, destroy families. Imagine the father works hard, has his happy wife, happy children, and somebody lies against that person, and he goes to jail. One lie destroyed the whole family, a household. So what I'm concerned are the liars behind the so-called experiment. It's surrounded by liars. And that's what I'm concerned. I'm not concerned about the results, because I know there's no 24-hour sun in Antarctica. I know the Earth is flat. I'm pretty confident on the A map. But, these guys are liars, Just go back and think about the whole moon landing back in 1969. We had flat earthers. A lot of them abandoned the ship, because, we saw on TV, we heard on the radio, they really landed on the moon, whatever. So I'm not afraid that, because I know there's no 24-hour sun. But if you can imagine the amount of liars behind this experiment. I mean, I was listening or watching this guy. First, I was confused, He was an Asian guy, live stream, Nacheta, whatever. And first I was confused because I heard a guy speaking, but his name was Brenda. I was like, what's going on? So it starts by the guy who thinks he's a woman, And all these guys are betting on this experiment. They cannot prove right now that there is a 24-hour sun, but they are looking for this. So why? Because they have agents working, the final experiment. It's organized by liars, and I don't trust the flat earthers going along. I just don't. I don't. People, you guys heard, filmmakers can lie, scientists lie all the time, Just see what happened now in 2020, 2021. So, I'm going to bet the map is wrong. There is a 24-hour sun, and there is no 24-hour sun. There's no way to have a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. I'm going to present again for you today, but the lie can be extremely destructive, just like the lie was so destructive back in 2020, 2021, 2022, actually up to today. It was all lies, bat soup, the face diaper, all lies, and how many families have been destroyed, how many people have lost their lives. I know in Brazil, I'm gonna give you, I don't know how much I can talk about this stuff, but I'm gonna talk about this nurse in Brazil. Okay, she was working in this hospital. At night, they just shut off the energy. The people who were having that ventilators. In the morning, they were all dead, and they had been ordered to do that. Okay, every night they had to turn off the power and let next day they would have a couple of 10, 15, 20 more people, same bed at night, do the same thing. That's how so many people died because of lies. So that's what I'm concerned. I'm not concerned about, if we had people who represented us really well, but we don't. We have this guy. No common sense. No common sense. So you guys are gonna hear for the next 3-4 years how he was misunderstood, how they edit his whatever his words and said that he because that's what happened after Behind the Curve. For 2-3 years he was like apologizing. I was duped, because he could not say this thing here. So this is what I'm concerned, is that a lie is really powerful, can destroy many things. I have this week, I want you guys to look at my TikTok compilations, okay? Or if you don't want to wait, I'm gonna be making a couple of videos public, but I have a TikTok playlist which I'm gonna share to you right now. Perhaps I'm gonna just go ahead and paste the link if you guys wanna add to your playlists. Okay, I have like 247. That's a lot of videos. I've been posting a lot of videos on TikTok. TikTok compilations. So it's about 247 right now. But I have a couple of them. I don't know what's going on here. It's not okay. I got it. So I'm gonna share this playlist. So I got a couple of them coming up this week. I have this one, the Sun Simulator in Antarctica is really good. I have another one here, the artificial sun is doing this. Because, yeah, they can fire, their artificial sun south of where the guys are. And they say, yeah, they can be deceived. But at this point, today, I don't think that will be like a deception. I'm leaning more towards this than towards this. Right? Because, well, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. All right, so this is, just go to my YouTube channel, main channel, Flat Earth Banjo. Go to playlist, it's right there, TikTok Flat Earth. All right, if you don't want to wait, I'll be making this public this week. But you guys can just, if you want to, All right, so this is what I'm saying. My problem is that I don't trust the guys who are going with these liars. I don't trust this guy. I don't. He has let us down before. He can let us down again. I just don't trust him. That's the point. And he's been attacking me, Nathan, Level Earth Observer, and a couple more people, but I don't trust him. Okay, Why would I trust someone? You know, this is a comment. This guy is either the dupest, most stupid guy on earth, or definitely working for someone outside of Earth. Just watch the Netflix, movie. You see all the comments. Watch on, parts on YouTube and stuff. You see the comments. Okay, so it's one of the two here. He's really the most stupid guy, and that's not me. Just read the comments, or that's the case, one of the two. Either case, he doesn't represent Flat Earth well. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. That's the whole point. He doesn't represent me, and he's gonna be a crappy job there, and we all gonna pay the price for the next 10 years. Because the Globers are gonna to celebrate, right? Uh, this is what I think. Like, it's just that I don't think that he represents as well. You know, the 21 lie was so bad. People, yeah, exactly. It's all based on lies. And you saw those guys who were supposed to be doctors, lying their souls out. Yeah, you know, it's so stupid. I was reading the threads on this Ballworth channel. They are all celebrating this final experience. They are already celebrating, And the guy was saying like, oh, when he sees the sun south of where they are, the sun will be right about Sydney. The Earth is a ball. I mean, I don't know, guys. So a lie is way more powerful, and can destroy many things, you know. So so I wonder if the person who was here has changed his idea right now, from what he had before. That's the reason I don't trust, the guy who is going. Salvatore, I saw you here, brother. Shout out. Trying to find a comment here. And if we had true flat earthers going, yeah, I would be behind 100%. But that's the thing. I don't trust the guys going. I heard that lately Austin have been propped up, like going to Alex Jones is a big time shield. We all know about it. But Austin was at InfoWars, InfoLies, being propped up, So we don't know. At this point, I don't know anything. So we got to brace for, for impact, guys. We flat earthers, we must brace for impact. These guys are planning something. They don't play fair. Their game is not a fair game. Yeah, I understand. I just, let's hope, that Austin is in fact a true Christian, God believing, fearful of the Lord. Let's only hope that. Okay. But I don't know, Yeah, we don't need anybody going there. That's what the Brazilian flat earthers did. Shout out to you, Fake Flip. I'll talk to you in just a minute. No, nobody needs to go there, Are you December 21st? Okay, there is this thing called Starlink that you can bring with you to Union Glacier. Midnight, just film the sun for 7 hours, like starting like 10 p.m. until 5 a.m. Live streaming, just like Nathan did the North Pole. Nobody needs to go there. All you gotta do is live stream. No, but they want to make a movie. Okay, they're making a movie. Will Duffy, he went to this other show, and he was explaining he's gonna have a cameraman there filming the globe. Do you see the sun south? Okay. Yes, I do. And it's gonna turn to the flat earther. Do you see the sun south from where we are? Yes, that's what he's gonna do. And that's why they have the William Shatner, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and Scott Kelly all going, because it's a big time documentary they're doing. Okay, just I play the mock the for the entertainment only trailer. So and then he's gonna come back and say, "Oh, I was misunderstood." They edited my words. It's gonna be the same thing. Okay. Yeah, but if these guys were honest, they would bring there a whole team of university, honest people, university astronomers or whatever, to make a really good experiment, a real experiment. But none of them are honest. Just like you guys remember, the whole medical field in 2020 was compromised. Okay. I remember watching this German doctor. I think he was killed inside his apartment while live streaming. Because he was going against the flow of information. So it's very difficult, guys. What I'm saying is brace for impact. Okay. Yeah, I totally. Yeah, he already said that. Okay. If he sees a 24-hour sun there, he says the Earth is a globe. Forget about that. We don't have any curvature. That tsunami doesn't wrap around Antarctica, or flight routes prove the map correct, or airplanes don't adjust for the curvature. Forget about. He's a sun scientist, a heliocentric. Yeah, he's gonna be for the second time. He already has one movie there, and so this is the thing. So I'm trying to have a conversation with you guys, and yeah, globe is not for educational purpose, but the Gleason's map scientifically, practically correct. So I'm not name calling like he was name calling this and that, It's just like we see what happened in the past, we can get conclusions and don't repeat the mistake. So if you had a company, guys, many of you are, self-employed, you have your boss, would you, the guy who failed you a couple of years ago, would you send him back to the same mission? Nobody does that. Even a 4-star general are sacked if he might have spent 30 years doing his job, but at the moment of war, if he does the wrong thing, he's sacked. Okay? And would you send the same person? No. He doesn't represent me at all. But he's going the name of flat earthers. That's my problem with. Okay, this is my problem. I don't know who elected these guys as they represent, but I understand now, brother flat earth lover. I just try to see my side here, I have been actually, in the name of let's all get along, I ignore many things that Jaron said about, Christianity and God in the Bible. There are a lot of more stuff, if I put all together, I just don't want it. I don't want to hear that stuff. It's sickening. So someone who wants nothing with Jesus Christ, but would you like to summon and talk to Satan, man? It's crazy, I don't know. I don't want anything to do with this type of people, I just don't. So that's what I'm trying to say, like just trying to make you guys understand that just like the border agents who works for, watch the movie Sicario, you're going to see a lot of police officers there who were bought and paid by the cartels in Mexico, you know? So this happens for Earth too, Someone that we might think is on our side is really compromised working for the other side, So that's that the Bible says, you gotta prove all things. And he has been proven to be inco- inco- incompetent for the job, That's his own words right here. He has proved, the Bible says, prove all things. He proved that he failed. So why send back the same guy? That's all I'm saying. He is either compromised or he's not qualified for the job. He's not qualified. But he wants to go because it's a free ticket, So let's try it. How about the free jabs? It must be good because it's free, So the whole team is compromised. Everybody in this team, the final experiment, is compromised. Bill Duffy, don't trust that guy. He is associated with MacToon, fight the flat earth. Just look at the guys behind this. And I believe a lot of more people, like Danny Faulkner and all that stuff. So I just don't trust. So my opinion, he went after me, calling me names. All I'm saying is that he's not qualified for the job. He failed once. He proved he was incompetent for the job. Why send the same guy back? That's what I'm saying. If we had true flat earthers, going, yeah. But we are having, a guy who, he said, this is his own words, So that's my point, right? That's my point. And I hope, flat earth lover, that you have understood my point, I'm a businessman, okay? We have a small English school here, and I hired American teachers in the past. If I saw that the guy was not doing a good job, I would not renew his contract or whatever, And if, as a flat earther, sending this guy to, like, mockumentary behind the curve, he failed us. I'm not going to send him back, and I'm talking as a businessman. He doesn't represent us flat earthers at all. And sometimes, like a Christian, we have, this is the reality. There must be some division so we can identify the ones who are doing the true thing, truthful thing or not. And even the Lord Jesus said, I did not come to bring peace, to unite. I came to divide, Yeah, the Sun Simulator is real. I want you guys to watch the my compilations. And, so I'm going to play a song now just for a short break. And it's a really cool song that I added to this animation. You will see how the path of the ISS or whatever they have flying up there and satellites never cross Antarctica because Antarctica is not this continent on the bottom of the ball. So 4 minutes, let's listen to this song. It's a pretty good song and watch this, the path of the ISS.
Don't believe the papers, don't believe the news, 'cause all that they serve you are opinionated views. So don't switch on my TV, 'cause all they do is lie. And I don't need no programming telling me what to buy. But I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. Don't believe in aliens, I don't believe the news, I don't believe in war, or the reasons why they're for. Don't believe celebrities pretending to be what they ain't. Make poverty history, they say, holding the saints. But I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. Don't believe the justice system will give you what you deserve. It's all around bad judges and Lucifer they serve. Don't believe banks are honest, they fleece you to the bone. And when there's nothing left to get, they'll even take you home. But I believe the truth will set you free. 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 Don't believe the papers, don't believe the news, 'cause all that they serve you are opinionated views. I don't switch on my TV, 'cause all they do is lie. And I don't need no programming telling me what to buy. But I believe the truth will set you free. 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 Oh, I believe the truth will set you free. Oh, I believe the truth will set you free.
Don't waste any more time. Visit the links above now and order my book 16 Emergency Landings Proving Flat Earth. Visit my online store now and order the new enhanced Gleason's Flat Earth map. This map used to be in every school and library in the nation before NASA was created in 1958, when the maps were ordered removed. Have your Gleason's map hanging on the wall in your house where no government can take it down. Here you see it hanging on a wall in the house of the late Charles K. Johnson. Here is a quote from the book 1984 by George Orwell. Every record has been destroyed or falsified, every book rewritten, every picture has been repainted, every statue and street building has been renamed, every date has been altered, and the process is continuing day by day and minute by minute. History has stopped. Order your map now.
Hi guys, we're back here. A couple comments here that I want to address. So, Flat Earth Lover, as I said, there is one thing like when you're talking here and one thing behind the scenes. I think the connection with Duffy and all these Globers, it's way older than we might be led to think. I think Bob Enyart, the anti-flat earther, who was Duffy's mentor and boss, and they worked together for like 6 years, 6 days a week, and so there's a video where Jaron praised Bob Enyart, So I think there's a connection before we are led to believe. I can't prove, And as I said, everything here is my opinion for entertainment purpose only. But I don't know. It can be all an act, just like it can all be an act, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't trust, I just don't trust any. These guys are being proven to be liars. Duffy, if I thought about having a compilation of the contradictions, like with Duffy in different interviews. He contradicts himself so much. So I might do that, just put together. He says one thing here, one different thing over there, contradicts himself. So I might do that, but I don't know. I think there's a connection behind, the scenes that we don't know. Definitely, 2023 in Brazil, it was exactly the same thing that's happening in 2024 now in the US. These guys all wanted to go to Antarctica in 2024, and the fake flat earther with 137,000 followers, subscribers, was exposed because of that, And so for those of you who don't know the story, thanks in Holland. Thank you so much. God bless you. So what happened is, in November 2023, this flat earther joined forces with the Globers, and same going, talking as old-time friends and going to each other's lives, talking like old friends. And yeah, let's go into Antarctica 2024 and film the 24-hour sun there and prove Earth is a globe, So the Brazilian team, the Brazilian flat earthers were way smarter because the Globers gave the name of the person in Union Glacier who would be taking them to film, you know? So what the Brazilian flat earthers did, they called the guy. They called the guy in Union Glacier. So show us the sun, you know? The guy had a permit to fly drones, to film. So show us the sun. Show us the 24-hour sun right now. Why wait until December 2024? We are right now, December 2023. Show us the sun. Show us 24-hour sun. He could not do it. And not only wasn't he able to do it, as he quit being part of this globe team, said, "No, I'm out of this. Don't get me involved." He was afraid of even losing his job there at Union Glacier, whatever. So the Globers were left with nobody to help them there in Brazil. So behind the scenes, they were talking, the Brazilian flat earthers, so-called flat earthers in the globe, they were friends the whole time. So that's why, I don't know, this initial refusal, I don't know, it's very difficult to say. So I don't know, Jill the Pill, what are you saying? There is there will be a simulator there, of course. So let me share this real quick here for those who don't understand. You saw the path of the ISS. Guys, I'm going to place a link to my store in case you guys want to support the channel. Get a flat earth map or a t-shirt or a mug, anything, just to, if you can support the channel. I'm not allowed to monetize. You know how flat earth channels are, at least mine. No monetization, no being member, no membership. I can't do any of this stuff. So this is the link for my store. So let me share this real quick. First open the folder. I showed this last week. I'm gonna show this again. Where is it? Show 27. It's this one right here. All right, so just like I did last week, I'm gonna show this again to you. So why there is no 24-hour sun in Antarctica? Because Antarctica is not this continent on the bottom of, the Earth. If planes could fly over Antarctica, yeah, definitely Earth would be a globe. There's no north to south circumnavigation. As you saw in the animation on the ISS, nothing goes around over the North Pole and neither over and above Antarctica. Flight routes and emergency landings prove the map correct. There's nothing going around, over Antarctica. Path of the eclipses, if you point them on the flat Earth map, it makes more sense. It makes no sense on the Mercator, but on the globe, the zigzag. Earth has to tilt 23 degrees in one day instead of, taking 6 months or 3 months to do so. And again, data here in Antarctica showing that this is no satellites, nothing over Antarctica. They cannot get data over Antarctica. Okay, no satellites or the ISS proving the map correct. So there can't be a 24-hour sun there. Time zones, 19 time zones here, 24 time zones around the equator, and 38 time zones along the Antarctic Circle. Prove Earth is not a ball. So there can't be any 24-hour sun in Antarctica if those things cannot happen. They just can't. Seasons. You have the temperature here hot, okay? All the tropical fruit being raised here, being grown, actually, sorry, not raised. And prove that the sun circles here twice, once going towards the Tropic of Capricorn and back to the Tropic of Cancer. Right? So frozen lands. it should be at least like the North Pole. The hurricanes and cyclones, the way they are formed, prove the A map. Makes no sense on the. If you go to Bob Winds, you can see the. Actually, I have an animation right here. See how the oceans work and the winds go in both directions. That's how they make the cyclones and hurricanes right here. The friction mixed with the temperature, the hot air, the cold air, causes those cyclones in the south or beyond the equator, and the hurricanes here on the inner side of the flat Earth. And to me, the most damaging proof that tsunamis do not wrap around Antarctica. Okay, we had this 1960 Chile tsunami that shook Earth for 11 minutes, 9.5 earthquake, devastating. Never, it only covered 1/3 of Antarctica, which makes no sense on the ball Earth. But when you convert the data, put on the A map, you can understand how Antarctica, being the ice wall, contained, and how the energy went back and devastated Hawaii and even reached Japan. All these islands here. It's only possible on a flat Earth surrounded by Antarctica, the Antarctic ring. So if those things don't wrap around Antarctica, neither will the sun. When he prepared the heavens, I was there when he set a compass upon the face of the depth. And according to the Bible, his going forth is from the end of the heaven. He seek it unto the ends of it, and there's nothing hid from the heat thereof. Okay? If the sun was circulating around Antarctica, yeah, all that ice would have melted a long time ago. All right, so this is what the points I want to make today. I don't want to just call people names, but I want to show evidence that the person is not qualified for the job. Okay. The song, it's called, let me see here, the name of the guy who sang that song. So I'm just saying the guy is not qualified for the job. I would not, just guys, let's say you have a contractor, okay? You contract a guy to build a house. And he does a crappy job. The house won't stand like a 20 mile per hour wind. Are you gonna hire the guy again? No. Okay. So that's the thing. Why send the same guy who failed? Okay. This is just a common sense thing, guys. Just a common sense thing. Okay, the person who was singing that song, it's called "The Truth Will Set You Free." Now, my version is different because I replaced, he says he doesn't believe in God. So I replaced that for the line he sang in the song. When he says, I don't believe in the news, I just made an edit there. But this song is pretty nice. So whoever is the glober here who is, yeah, he's a totally chill, He doesn't, this with Duffy, man, I mean, doesn't. Hello, John. Shout out, brother. I'm wearing a New Zealand t-shirt today, so shout out to New Zealand. All right, guys. So I'm just saying the guy is not qualified for the job. I would not send the guy there again, like he did at a hit piece. He said he was duped into doing the send somebody more qualified. that's not compromised. I believe the guy's totally compromised, and totally 100%. With Duffy, it's not a team. The whole TSE stinks. I mean, the guys behind it. Yeah, I'm bothered with this about this as well. I actually not only with this the whole thing, but the fact that he teamed up with Jaren in so many. I mean, you just heard Jaren, cussing Jesus Christ, saying he would like to summon the devil, Satan, all that stuff. I don't know why. So I want this clip here. I want Witsit to just pay attention to what this is the Nodo speaking.
Let's look at some verses here. All right. 2 Corinthians 6:14 through 18 says this: Be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship has righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion has light with darkness, and what concord has Christ with Belial, or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? And what agreement hath the temple of God with idols? For you are the temple of the living God, as God hath said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and I will be a father unto you, and you shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty. But go back to verse 14. Be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. Let me explain something here. No term in the Bible is there by accident. The Holy Spirit inspired Paul what to write here. And when he said be not unequally yoked, the word yoked has to do with work. It has to do with putting two oxen yoked together to pull a plow in a field to work the field. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, God didn't say we were to be separate from sinners in the sense, and the lost and the unsaved, in the sense of not eating with them or not going and trying to win them to the Lord and share with them. But he did make a distinction that we are not to work with them, especially when it comes to things of the ministry. And I don't care how much people try to say, well, this is not ministry, this is secular and blah, 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 blah. No, we're talking about teaching a biblical truth. And we're talking about trying to lead people into biblical truth. And we're talking about biblical creation, whether we're talking about biblical creation or deliverance or healing or salvation, whatever the biblical truth is, a Christian cannot yoke himself or herself with an unbeliever and do that work together. That is absolutely forbidden in Scripture.
All right, so somebody timestamp this and send to Austin, right? It bothers me a bit, like, he's teaming up with him, but again, so let me see what else. I saw where's Wally here. Don't know where's Wally. What's wrong with you, man? Don't know. Not me. Not me. It's impossible. There is no 24-hour sun in Antarctica. Okay, there's no 24. If you water, so Wally, what's your explanation? Tsunamis do not wrap around Antarctica. What's your explanation? I want you to write here. Okay, what's your explanation? Tell me why? Why can't I? We try to fly Perth to Buenos Aires. We hired a company, and they gave us the stop in South Africa. But more of it, I want you to tell me why doesn't tsunamis wrap around Antarctica? Tell me. Tell me why. I want you to tell me. Globers cannot prove the 24-hour sun. They need to hire an insider, an agent, to maybe film him saying something. If they don't need Jaron and Austin there to film a 24-hour sun, if it was true, but they need somebody who's going to say there is one from the community. That's what they need. They cannot go there and film the 24-hour sun because there is none. But they need an insider, an agent to say there is one. Okay, if there was one, I mean, why bring someone who's not even a scientist, just a YouTuber, And just like we watch the trailer, assistant manager at CVS, why bring these guys, Yeah. Page 10 explains that one names. So I'm going to play this right now. Man, you don't know what you're talking about, Veris Valley. You have no idea. So let's see the explanation from PH Tony. Let's watch his explanation. Okay, I got it right here. See, that makes no sense.
Why do tsunamis bounce off Antarctica and not reflect around? And that would be because Antarctica is atypical of all the continents in the world in having a very deep continental shelf at around about a depth of 500 to 800 meters. So the propagation of tsunamis as they interact with that shelf is very different from the other continents. And the reason the continental shelf around Antarctica is so deep is because of the load of the ice sheet that's on top of it. The mass of that ice sheet depresses the continent of Antarctica and makes the shape of the continental shelf atypical.
No, Arislali, that explanation is the worst explanation ever. Okay, we have many other places. Like you don't understand, Arislali. That's my area. Okay. Banda Aceh 2004, the tsunami wrapped around in Australia and reached Sydney before it reached Africa. Don't think that tsunami is going to stop at Antarctica because it's deep. No, or because it's too heavy, too much snow. It's going to wrap it around everywhere in the Pacific and reach Japan. Okay. And let me get back here and show, got to show this stuff again, right? And I just go back a couple shows ago, okay? Tsunamis, 9.5 earthquake, Chile, 1960, 11 minutes shaking, okay? Easily would wrap around Antarctica, come back from the south towards South Africa and the Atlantic. No, this is what we have. No, nothing happened here. Nothing here. Okay? All the impact was right here. It was the ice wall. All right? It bounced back, all the waves bounced back and went back and, made a complete damage. This is the explanation because Antarctica is not a continent on the bottom of, a spinning ball. It's a container. So Tony's explanation, man, is the most ridiculous explanation I heard. Makes no sense whatsoever. Right? So if the waves are not wrapping around Antarctica, the sun will not. Okay? So I don't know. You are on the globe side, of course, and perhaps when the time comes that gonna leave this road, you're gonna be surprised. You're not gonna be in a spinning ball. Okay, you're not gonna be in a spinning ball, and that's gonna be a little bit too late. Yeah, these guys it's just like the doctors, no. No. You don't know what you're talking about. You just don't know what you're talking about, where's Bali? You don't know. So, guys, this is pretty much it for today, okay? We've been going on for about 90 minutes. I appreciate you guys for being here, support the channel, become a patron today. And I'll see you guys next week we're gonna have Flat Earth Reconnaissance here, and we will have him as a special guest, and we will be talking, more about this whole stuff and see what's gonna happen. But what I'm saying is a Flat Earth Brace for Impact. We have a total incompetent, guy representing Flat Earth. Doesn't speak for me, but he was chosen because he's one of the guy's teams, I guess. And, the damage will be great, but we just need, I'm going to finish the show. Actually, we're going to play the song, but I want to read this Bible verse here. Really nice, Psalm 136. Let me share my screen one more time. Psalm 136, oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. To him who alone doth great wonders, for his mercy endureth forever. To him that by wisdom made the heavens, for his mercy endureth forever. To him that stretched out the earth above the waters, for his mercy endureth forever. To him that made great lights, for his mercy endureth forever. The sun to rule the day, for his mirth endureth forever. The moon and stars to rule by night, for his mirth endureth forever. To him that stretched out the earth above the waters, for his mirth endureth forever. So we gotta have to stick with the biblical flat earth and just forget about all these guys, Yeah, he's one of the team, he's part of the team. So that's why he was picked, It's just like as I started saying about guys have to watch Sicario 2015, the border agent, he was really working for the cartel. So, we got guys here in Flat Earth, but really works for the other side. Thanks, guys, for being here today. Shout out to everyone who I haven't shouted out during the show. Darkest Presents, all of you guys, Oxbow, Spiritual Christian, thanks for being here. Mr. Jones, everyone, may the Lord be with you during this week. And, hopefully we'll be back next weekend. Let's close the show one more time with a song by David J. Carroll. Thanks, everyone. Love you all. God bless you. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Wonderful, magical, celestial light, fantastical, mystical, wonderful sight. Belgian Swiss physicist Auguste Piccard, 1931, first to reach for the stars, was the first to explore the air view stratosphereus, a scientist curious to see what was there. An aluminium black ball on a helium balloon, hydrogen with photos and instruments, sailed towards the moon, rose in just half an hour, 52,000 feet, 10 miles up, 10 temperature, left for dead, trapped in heat and cold, but disproving gravity. Wonderful, mystical, beautiful sight, flat line separation of black from blue light, a world run by deceivers, false make-believers, hiding in shadows, stealing our light. testimony. What did they report back to humanity? Said it seemed like a flat disk far as eyes can see, with an upturned edge fading into infinity. A mystical, ethereal, celestial sight, a divine creation, a floodwork of light, designed hid by deceivers and false make-believers, still cowering in shadows, still fearing our light. Here we go, higher than Everest, higher than airplanes, above zero, curious, higher than air. A level horizon, 360 around us, no motion beneath us, no spinning open. Stars on the firmament, time revolve around us, to forever show time as geometrically there. You'll never beat us, you'll never defeat us, forever beneath us. We see through you like air. Mystics on the luminous light, fantastical, magical, bright. We see through you like air. Magical angels of light, beautiful, wonderful, celestial light. The first to see truth when they reach for the stars, explorers and physicists, Kipper and Picard. Never you'll defeat us, forever beneath us. We see through you like air.